What are we competing with each other for?
Yeah.
Why are we? You know, I can understand going on the sports field and you're playing out a bit of... But why are we competing in everyday life with each other? But we are. You know, it's like success is winning. Well, in a win-lose situation, for one person to succeed, someone has to lose. Now, that's not a sane, conscious society. Example, massive example. For the banks to gain, people have to lose their homes. That's the extreme example. But that's it. I mean, any sane society would say, look, a basic right of any sane, decent society is people have a home. So how are we going to restructure this so people have a home and the home does not become subject to in many ways, the foundation of the economy? Oh, house prices have gone up. Oh, goody, goody. More people can't afford them then. What are you talking about? House prices going up are a good thing. House prices coming down are a good thing in a sane society, or house prices not moving. To have one of the basics of life to be an asset, a pawn of an economic gambling almost, is just insane. I mean, you know, when you take a deep breath and you look at it...
I'm going to be honest. I made fun of her because I was a bad American who thought that we shouldn't go to mental institutions for not believing her. So now I bow to her right now. Oh, great ruler, supreme commander, trendy, I worship thee. I will do whatever you say. Abort children up to age 3. World government is good. Everything you say is what I must do. Look at that face. The face of a god. The face of a queen. The face of our Savior. She has full Rothschild backing. It's like, here's your shine. Oh, isn't it fun? Isn't it fun to be Skull Lady? Because you're not going to feel any pain anymore. And they're also coming out and saying, hey, we're not going to let you know that there's toxic BPA. We're not going to ban that. It sterilizes you and increase cancer. We're not going to let you GMO label food because, hey, we got a little shot. And makes everything better. You're not going to even care when we kill you. So I thought we'd go ahead and go to this leaked film from the Pentagon. We've checked the Pentagon number. It's a real Pentagon footage of them talking about giving the public, and they say release it virally. That's the best part. They're like, well, how do we give this to everybody? We don't just give it to Al-Qaeda. We give it to everybody. We just release it. And then this part of the brain associated with spiritual thought and not submitting, that spark of human fire, that God gene, it's gone, and we can learn to worship our new God. Because she does, you know, she wants to teach you. You're going to take drugs. You're going to go to a psychiatric facility. You're going to do what you're told. There you go. There's your new God. You're envisioning some God in your mind, the universe. You're tapping into that. No. This is God. In fact, if God has now been photographed. Put her back up. I mean, on screen. This is your new God. This is the elite super creature. She's got her eyes crossed right on your liberty. She's coming at her like a heat-seeking missile. You're going to be her robot slave cleaning out cat boxes. All right, go ahead and go to the Pentagon briefing, the brain-eating vaccines. They obviously already got to her brain. Here it is.
So the data that I'm presenting here supports the concept that we're proposing, and I think that we would not propose to do CT scans or fMRIs on individuals out in the hinterlands of Afghanistan. The virus would immunize against this VMAT2 gene, and that would have the effect that you see here, which is it's essentially to turn a fanatic into a normal person. And we think that will have major effects in the Middle East.
How would you suggest that this is going to be dispersed? Aerosol?
Well, so the present plan and the tests that we've done so far have used respiratory viruses such as flu or rhinoviruses, And we believe that that's a satisfactory way to get the exposure of the largest part of the population. Most of us, of course, have been exposed to both of those viruses. And we're quite confident that this will be a very successful approach.
This is fascinating. What's the name of this proposal?
Yeah, so the name of this project is FunVax, which is the vaccine for religious fundamentalism.
And you have a proposal already?
The proposal has just been submitted, and I think that the data that I have shown you today would support the development of this project.
In areas where lithium in trace amounts is in the drinking water, there seems to be a lower level of suicidality, and in the Texas counties that were studied, there's actually a lower crime rate.
Mercury-containing vaccines may help, not harm kids, according to 2 new studies in the journal Pediatrics.
The theory is that very low or trace amounts of lithium enhance connectivity between neurons, and doing that over the course of a lifetime exposure, makes the brain more healthy.
Like bubbles. I do. I think it makes people smile. My name is a mystery. Oh? No, I have nothing to hide.
If the bubble touches me, you're going to be arrested for assault. Do you understand me?
Bubbles.
Yes, that's right. It's a deliberate act on your behalf. I'm going to arrest you. Do you understand me?
I understand.
Right, you're going to be in handcuffs. All right? You either knock it off with the bubble. You touch me with that bubble, you're going into custody. Right?
I'm putting it away.
Right, thank you.
But I would also like to know...
You want to bait the police. You throw that on me or that other officer, and it gets in her eyes. It's a detergent. You'll be going into custody.
I understand.
Do we understand each other?
I do. I would
And put it away.
I am doing that at this moment.
Right.
I would really appreciate
Discussion's
it
over.
if we could treat me with a bit of respect.
I just did. I just did.
this world is bloody insane. Its level of a consciousness is shocking. Just about enough to breathe and screw the next guy next to you. That's about where most of it is. And I would keep relating this back to the fact that we are being manipulated emotionally and mentally by this moon matrix, which is not only disconnecting us from large amounts of awareness, it's feeding us constantly through the reptilian brain, which I say is like a microchip. When Don Juan Matus in the Castaneda books, Carlos Castaneda books, said the predator gave us their mind, and said that's why our mind is as it is. The predator's mind is full of fear and fear of being found out at any point, because then its way of life is gone and all the rest of it. That collective mind that we're locked into, that I would say collective reptilian mind, is constantly feeding a sense of fear, anxiety, insecurity, and you know, we all kind of know it. When you're sitting there and you feel these senses of insecurity and anxiety sometimes, and you think,
where'd that come from?
Where'd that come from? There's nothing in my life at that moment to make me feel like that, but I do. And I think it's because, I absolutely know it's because we're being fed this collective mind in which we are attached to that predator's insecurity. And this insecurity, when you look at the way insecurity plays out, and this, my goodness, does this explain a lot about the way the system works, the way the Illuminati work, the families. Insecurity has can find no peace in states of flux. Insecurity wants control. Insecurity wants to know what's going to happen next week, because insecurity can't move and think, well, what happens happens, and all that. It can't do that. If that level of insecurity, which I say is the predator's mind, which is feeding off us for as long as we don't know, if it went to a football match, it would have to know the score before the game started.